Hey everybody, welcome back to Pourin Hub Madness. And got Rob, JD in the hub. And we're down to March 30th. One more day to go after this. And this is one of the final pours.
Yes.
One Tennessee's left against one weeded. A little bit of difference there. One's a little darker.
A looks darker than B.
Yes. Now he moved on with T2, and he moved on with W5. Of course, we have them in an A and a B, so we don't know what they are. I don't know if you guys will remember.
We're going to find out.
We're going to find out.
It's been a minute since we tasted some, but let's find out. Okay. Everybody knows the premise of the show, so grab that coin there, flip it, A or B.
Oh,
Edits?
Looks like A to me.
Let's do A.
all right.
A it is. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
All right.
Ching. Now, of course, we'll sniff them, sip them. All we have to do is say which one we like the best. Guess if you really feel like it, but you don't have to. We started out with 8 Tennessees, and we started out with 8 Weededs. We're down to 1 each. The winner of this goes to the championship tomorrow.
This is like the playoffs.
This is the semifinals.
Smell had me thinking one thing.
Yes.
Taste got me thinking another thing.
Absolutely.
Very much so.
Right when I smelled that, it was like, that's not familiar. And then when I tasted it, it was like a little more familiar.
I think it smells better than it tastes.
I was the opposite. The smell kind of seemed familiar, and the taste was... I kind of classify it into burny or smooth, and
It's more burny.
that was a little more burny.
Yeah. The smell threw me off.
So, if we take logic into this, he recognized that he didn't.
That doesn't mean I don't recognize the next one.
That's right. I'm just saying, up to now. We didn't taste the other one yet. I'm going to save a little to go back on, but
Yeah, absolutely.
it smells clean.
It's warm going down, though.
It tastes totally different than the smell.
But the
Which is
flavor,
weird.
that flavor up front, I like. I mean, I like to keep that.
Going?
If it when it hangs out, you know, I mean that.
Keep
that
it going?
Hanging out is, I like that. That's,
Yep. I know you like that. I don't know, man.
It's called something else if you're smart.
A long finish. That's what I call it. It doesn't really coat your mouth, though. It seems thin. Kind of smelled kind of thin, if that's
Trail
possible.
off.
And I think I have my guess of what it is, but I'm going to taste the other one first.
I mean, it's, you know, it's clinging to the side of the
Yeah,
glass.
it is. Not-
Of course, I can't forget to mention oyster crackers.
palate cleansing.
Gotta cleanse.
And you gotta stay hydrated.
Or
Absolutely.
else.
Or else. Then we move on to B. Whenever you guys are ready. Wow. Interesting. I thought this would be easier once they were different categories, like a weeded against a Tennessee.
This has a nice aroma, but it
does.
has that medicine-y kind of
It does.
alcohol-y smell to it as well. Takes a little while to feel the heat, so it goes down a little smoother.
It's not as much heat as the other one.
Yeah,
no.
I'm not feeling the heat as much as the first one.
Nope. It's more friendly for entry level, somebody getting into it.
I've made my selection.
I can see. Well,
From what I remember from the last time, I had nice aroma and smoothness.
mm-hmm.
This was a little misleading on the aroma, but followed with smoothness. So maybe I won't be right.
Well, all you gotta do is see which one you like.
See, it's still clinging there.
It is. Yours is clinging good.
That trailed off. Had nice little trails to it.
Okay. I know I have my guess, but which one do you like?
B.
Rob says B. JD's still thinking.
Oh boy.
It's sweeter the second time, you know it.
Well, just the smell alone
Yes.
brings me back, and now it's finally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys got a little bit more grippy glass than I do. Mine's more straight side. It's sweeter. The second time I went back to it.
I might have been premature in my decision, but I got to stick with it.
I like A.
So JD says A.
You hate me in the tiebreaker, don't you?
I do. I was hoping you guys would agree. But my initial thought was B. So I'm going to stick with that.
And that's kind of how I was, too.
Yeah, I mean, when I came back to A, it was sweeter and much better than the first initial part. Either way, they're both good. You can't go wrong. So it's a flip of a coin here, which we're going to do right now. Wait, no, we already did that. Right now, we're going to go to the drawer. Drum roll. And, of course, we have day 30, Pourin Hub Madness. The answers in here to the Tennessee and weeded questions we seek. So, we'll just go with B, the winner. And moving on to tomorrow is T2, you were right.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah. Okay.
I was wrong.
No, I just said you guessed correctly. You
guessed correctly.
The weeded was A, correct, and you guessed Tennessee was B.
That's funky because
He didn't guess, but he moves on. Congratulations.
Okay, right on.
Woohoo. The Tennessee beat out the weeded, which, wow, that blows my mind, though. I was surprised, because I guessed them the other way around.
I'm surprised too.
Yeah. Now, the bad news is we got to send Rob home with a parting gift of a small bottle of Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
That's a jump scare.
Woo.
But I appreciate you, as always.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
One more
Absolutely,
day.
it's always a pleasure.